Hello, everyone. Welcome you all. Good morning, good evening, depending upon which part of the world you are in. My name is Dave Karlikar, and I again welcome you all at Stratyges Consulting. Thank you so much for giving your time and coming in today. Today, we will be discussing an introductory overview session for Selenium QA automation. This is by far one of our most favorite tracks. We have a couple of training tracks like Selenium QA automation, BA QA Scrum, and Salesforce administration. These are our three most popular tracks. Every year we get at least a couple of hundred people, if not more, who wants to learn. The only reason being it's easy to learn and it helps you make six-figure. Okay, so it's easy, and we also have in-house projects where you'll be working on this. Let me give a backdrop about Stratyges Consulting. So we are a boutique IT consulting, training, application development, outsourcing organization, having operations in the USA and in India. Some of our focused technology practice areas are cloud DevOps, big data, Python data science, Java full stack microservices, .NET full stack robotics process automation, Selenium QA automation, business intelligence using Tableau and other reporting tools, Salesforce administration and development, business analysis, quality analysis, and Scrum, project management, business analysis, and Scrum, and Oracle NetSuite ERP. These are some of the most popular technology tracks wherein we provide training round the clock across the year, as well as for many of these technologies, we also have in-house projects. At Stratyges Consulting, we are also product partners for various leading global product companies, where many of our employees are also certified, as it helps to add value for their career as well as the client projects. From the client perspective, we service about 43 universities across the USA towards their website design, development, hosting services. We also help those universities in terms of their content design development. And then we provide same training and internship for the graduate school students. We also work with primarily most of the major Indian outsourcing IT technology companies, primarily towards supplementing them IT professionals for contract and full-time positions. Across the country, we work with over 80 small to mid-size clientele, wherein we support, again, for their website design, development, digital marketing. Many of these projects, actually, it also serves an opportunity for many of you and all of you in terms of working on in-house projects where you can tease in the real life projects. The founders at Stratyges Consulting, Ravi, Narayan, and myself, we have over 2 decades of experience being serial entrepreneur. What are we doing? Well, these are difficult times, right? The entire globe is undergoing a pandemic because of COVID-19, heading for a global recession. And there's too much of destruction in terms of wealth and employment. If we talk about USA, only in the USA, about 50 million people have lost their jobs so far. And in the near future, that number might balloon up. We are doing our level best towards what we can do. So, America being a dream, we are working towards make America great again. by helping people as well as corporate America towards reducing the unemployment. Approximately, so far we have 725-ish people who have shown interest in our training tracks across all these 10 different training areas. And as an organization, we have pledged to place over 300 professionals between June to December 2020 to ensure they get a job back in a corporate America. As I mentioned you earlier, we have several IT technology training tracks. These are primarily 6 to 8 weeks duration program running across weekdays and weekends. These are very condensed and compressed training because like yesterday, we want to finish these trainings, finish these projects, make sure, help you get a job back. These are all free training tracks. In a sense, you are not paying for this training. It's our way of giving it back to the corporate America and back to the community because, you know, it's an investment in people we are doing. Why Stratyges, right? I mean, you might have seen so many companies who may also be in staffing space or trying to provide training space. Well, the major differentiator, you will see most of them charging you money for the training, whereas we are doing it as a free service to all, which helps you get a job. We are unique in a way because unlike the other major firms which are trying to make quick bucks by charging you $500, $1,000, $2,000 for the training track, our efforts is more focused on your career guided employment oriented IT training. So this training tracks does not provide you a mere theoretical training. It also gives you a real-time project experience. And along with that, once you are done with your theoretical training, practical training, in-house project work, we also help you towards vendor interview preparation and client interview preparation because many of you wants to work in corporate America. And even after you get a job in a corporate America, we are standing along with you to help you towards the ongoing project support experience because many of you, this will be your first experience working in IT, and we understand there will be butterflies in your stomach, and in every step of the project you're working on, you might have questions and you need help, and that's what Stratyges stand for. And we are not charging any money. Along with the theoretical training classes, you will also get an opportunity to work on our various in-house projects, as I mentioned you earlier. These real-time projects helps you a lot because you can relate that experience by working on those practical projects, right? Why we are trying to get you, some of you, all of you in IT, because working in IT helps you make six-figure salary. And it is our humble efforts towards generating employment. By generating employment, you know, it's common sense, we are reducing unemployment in the USA. And as me and Ravi are the first generation immigrant Indian Americans, we are helping the USA as well as India by creating employment. In today's session so far, you know, I have seen, as I said, it's a very popular track, so many of you have joined. This is our first introductory class, which will give you a very good overview at a holistic level on the Selenium QA automation, and you will come to know why people drift towards Selenium QA automation. It will also give you an opportunity after the introductory session to have a question and answer with the trainers so that you may have any of your doubts to them, and we'll be more than happy to clear, if not all, most of your doubts. For those who could not join the training session, or some of you will have other commitments, you have to drop early, or you will join late, this training session is recorded and it will be made available on our website as well as on our YouTube channel. People who have registered will also get a copy of this recorded session. Our website is www.stratyges.com, spelled as www.stratyges.com. You may also send any inquiries or any questions which you may have pertaining to the training, as well as the follow-up as to when the session starts, when the actual training session starts. The email ID is listed on the flyer. You can see is training@stratyges.com, TRAINING @STRATYGES.com. Today, well, the trainer, we have 2-member training team. I have a pleasure of knowing them for many years. They are my subject matter expert as far as the Selenium QA automation goes. They both have global experience working in Indian as well as international projects, including that of the USA. I have the pleasure of having with me Surendra Kumawat and Chavi Sharma. As I said, they will be giving you this training track overview and answering any of the questions you have. So without doing any further ado, ladies first. So let me introduce Chavi Sharma. Chavi, it's all yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Dev sir.
You're welcome.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dev sir. Hello everyone, good morning and good evening, based on where all you are located in different part of the world. We welcome you to the training session of Selenium QA. This is Chavi, and along with me we have Surendra. We will take your Selenium course with Java programming and OOPS concepts. So let me just introduce myself a little bit. My name is Chavi Sharma. I have 9+ years of experience in IT industry, in which I have worked in different projects and companies like Tech Mahindra, Wipro, Mindtree, and worked in different domains like banking and finance domain, telecommunication, and e-commerce. Before we go to the brief introduction of our session, I would like to ask Surendra also to give his introduction and also start the training session. So over to you, Surendra. Thank you.
Thanks, Chavi. Hello, good morning all. Good evening, based on your location. My name is Surendra Kumawat. I have around more than 2+ year experience in software testing, in which automation testing, 10+ year experience in automation testing. I have worked on the different automation tool like UFT, RFT, Selenium, with different languages like Java, JavaScript, Python. Okay, so in this current training sessions, we will discuss about the Selenium with Java. Okay, so Chavi, can you click on first slide? Okay, first questions when we are in software testing, the first question comes in our mind: why automations? Why automation is required today's world? Because we have 2 types of software testing. First is manual testing, second is automation testing. Previously, all measure works software related testing done by manual tester. But nowadays you can see the automations comes in picture largely, you can say. Okay, so why is automation? So I want to tell you the reason. First is save time and money. Okay, save time and money. Suppose uh, software testing have to be repeated often during development cycles. You can understand the development cycle is SDLC. Okay, so in every software development cycle is to ensure quality. Okay, so every time source code is modified, software test should be repeated. For each release of the software, it may be tested on all supported operating systems and hardware configuration. Manually repeating these tests is costly and time consuming. Once we created automated test scripts can be run hour again at no additional cost, and they are much faster than manual tests. Okay, so like you can say it time saving that translates directly into cost saving. Next is increased test coverage. Increased test coverage means in automation software testing can increase the depth and scope of tests to help improve software quality. Like in lengthy tests that are often avoided during manual testing can be run unattended. So they can even be run on multiple computers with different configurations, right? So automated software testing can look inside an application and see memory content, data tables, and internal program state to determine if the product is behaving as expected. Test automation can easily execute thousands of different complex test cases during every test run, providing coverage that is impossible with manual test. Third one is accuracy. Accuracy means you know most mostly tester will take mistake during monotonous manual testing. Automate test perform the same steps precisely every time they are executed and never forget to record detailed result. The tester free from repetitive manual tests have more time to create new automated software tests and deal with complex features. So this is create accuracy. Secondly, reusability. Fourth one. Reusability means suppose in the regression testing. In regression testing is every time when we create new software development code is comes, then sometime it's impacted to existing. So that time we need to test existing code. Okay, so that time if we have automation test script, we can reusable this test code every time. Automation test code every time. Fifth one is reliability. Reliability means automated testing is more reliable and way quicker when running boring repetitive standardized tests, which cannot be skipped ever, but may cause error when manual tested. Simultaneity, right? Like you can test more devices simultaneously, resulting in comprehensive detailed reports. Okay, generated in less time with the same parameter because the exact same script were run. And last one is a continuity. Like in automated testing, help testers such as automation engineers, they can see exactly what other engineer have done, what script he has already written, and what tests have already been performed, and what bugs were already found and fixed through clear reports. So these are the main benefits in automation. So nowadays, every company, every clients want automations because of these reasons. Okay. The next slide. Now you can see there are the many testing tools available in the market. Some are commercial testing tool, some are open source testing tool. In commercial testing tool, UFT, earlier they're known as the QTP. Okay, IBM RFT, Rational Functional Tester. Third one is a micro focus silk test, etc. Many test tool are commercial testing tool. But if same things we are getting in open source testing tool, so always client will go for open source testing tool. Like Selenium Wetter, Schooling, Fitness. These are the freeware. Selenium reason is that why you can say around 70%, more than 70% companies are using Selenium. Selenium, the reason is that in Selenium, we can use different languages. Okay, we can use different browser. We can use for different technologies like GUI testing, API testing, database testing. Okay, so these are the benefits of Selenium testing tools. Next. Okay, in our Selenium training program, we will cover all Selenium from basic to advanced level. When you complete this course in 6 weeks, you can develop your framework. Means whatever frameworks is required for whatever application you can develop. Okay, so we have 6-week program. In 6 weeks, you can say like we will cover different topics. Okay, we will discuss in whenever the classes will start, but in introductory round, I will tell you something about that. Like week 1, we will discuss about Java basics and OOPS concept. Java basic of OOPS concept reason is that for Selenium WebDriver, we required some language support like Python, Java, C#, okay, Ruby. So, but Java is mostly worldwide using more than 50% using Java in Selenium WebDriver. Okay, and in Java basic, so sometimes people doesn't know about the Java. Then we don't have knowledge about Java. Then how we will use Selenium. But after this training sessions, so we will start with Java basic and OOPS concept, and after that you will able to develop your frameworks. Okay, in exception handling, sometime in education some test case has been failed, then how we will execute the next test cases. Suppose one test case is failed, then other test case we can't execute, all our suits will be failed. Okay, so we will detail discuss in week 1. Second, in week 2, when you will complete week 1 course like Java basic and OOPS concept, Selenium essentials required for Java essential required for Selenium in exception handling. After that, we will cover Selenium WebDriver introductions, inspector tool, WebDriver command, understanding of locator. Like, what is this? Actually, in Selenium WebDriver introductions, we should understand what is the inspector tool. It's an inspector tool. You can say like we are suppose we we are 10 people, 1 to 10. I want to call number 6. So how I will identify this person who is the number 6? Okay, so each person have some different quality. Some may have the same name. That time he or she has father's name different. If his father's name also same, the date of birth will be different. So based on the same thing, we will do in Selenium automation. Okay, like a locator is the same thing. Locator, you can say this is like the address. Okay, like what your address and ID, XPath, CSS. These are the part of the web services. Oh, sorry, GUI, web GUI. Okay, so based on that we can identify element. And automation operational element. Automation operational element. Suppose I want to open any. Suppose click on any button. Enter. I want to enter username, password. I want to select drag and drop. So all these are the operation we will automate. Okay. So we will cover in detail in week 2. Third point, we will discuss about week 3. In week 3, we will discuss about handling multiple windows. Multiple windows means suppose when we are working on laptop or desktop, and we sometimes when we click on particular we have open one GUI. Okay, in this GUI when we click on any button, the new window will be open. Okay, so when we click on other button, another window will open. So in automation testing, how we will handle all these windows? Suppose I want to click on window first and wants to back to window 2, and again wants to comes to window default window. Okay, so these are the operations, you can say, the part of Selenium WebDriver. We will handle these multiple windows operation. Understanding of wait, handling alert. Like understanding of wait means sometime, in manually when we click on enter URL, so sometime page loading is taking time. Okay, and some elements upload during upload, they are taking time. So these are the operations how we will can handle in Selenium WebDriver. So in this Selenium automation framework, we should understand wait, how we can use wait statements, different type of waits. Actually, we will discuss in detail different types of wait we will use in automation framework. Handling alert, suppose when we click on any button, alert message will come, how you will handling frames. Suppose we have windows, in one windows we have a different types of frames, like you can see in uh, advertise window. Okay, these are the frames, different type of frames which are in one window. And understanding the action class like mouse or function, keywords, events, these are the action classes, like drag and drop. Okay, so how we will handle, we will discuss in week 3 classes. Okay, after complete week first, second, third, actually we are going from basic to advanced level. Okay, now your basic part is completed in week 3. Now you are entering in advanced level. Okay, so in advanced level you should have knowledge about basic. Okay, week 1, week 2, week 3, you should have good knowledge. Okay, without this knowledge you can't work in week 4. So in our training program we are going to step by step. Okay, so in after week 3 session completed, we will enter in week 4. In week 4, like we have different types of points. We will in this presentations, like you can see data driven approaches, like Excel integration. Excel integration, the main part. If anyone here is a manual tester, he can understand that lot of test data is required in Excel sheet. In Excel sheet, we need to integrate this data in GUI, sometime required from database. Okay, so all these type of data we need to integrate Excel sheet during runtime. When we give this, suppose I have a 1000 data. In 1000 data, I need to run this script. Okay, I want to pass this data in this script. To save all these things, a data driven approach we will use in Excel integration. Log4j logging, everyone knows log. What is the use of log? Suppose when you are like in COVID situation, you can understand what is the useful of log. You are entering in anywhere like mall and every like offices, they are writing your name, what's your you are coming, your mobile number. The same thing as the log is required. Suppose our test case is fail or pass, and what's the reason. So all this detail we will can store in log file. So log4j we will use for logging, because mostly 80%, 90% the people are using log4j because it's have a good properties. And next is database testing. Database testing, you can say like sometime we require the data from database. We want to insert data in database. We want to validate with database. We want to delete some data from database. So all these required, all these actions required, database required, we will understand in week 4 session database testing. Data driven framework. Data driven framework is like suppose I give one task, please, this is the 1000 data. Now you will validate username and password for particular this login function. So in manual tester, you can imagine how much time it will take. Okay, But in data driven, I will give the one of the short example for that. Okay, like what you will do simple, create one script, create one script, create one script. In this script, you will enter thousands of data, username and password. Okay, we will run this script 1000 times. Only username password will pass through from database or Excel sheet. So these type of frameworks are data driven frameworks. Now the next level of advance is second. This is week 1 is the advanced level 1, and week 5 is advanced level 2, you can say. Okay, so now we are going to expert level, moving to expert level. So after this keyword driven framework is the important part of any in GUI application you are going to test. At that time you should know the keyword driven framework. You are same keyword we can use for database also. Like keyword means is, suppose these are actually, there are two types of keywords. Okay, once keywords is a short keywords, there's sometimes a long keywords. Long keywords means, short means I want to click on this button, the click, whatever click operation we will use this keyword. Second one is a long keywords is sometimes I prefer these things. Okay, suppose one of the, I want to give an example like menu operations. I have a different types of tabs. Sometimes developer change these tabs. Now you need to again testing for these tabs. But I have a one script. This is my common script, keyword data driven. I create one keyword for that menu navigations. Okay, whatever will be changes there, we can use our this function, keyword function directly. We can do this part, keyword driven framework. And next is a Maven. Maven is a test build tool. Okay, Maven is a very important part of automation testing framework, as we use in lot of frameworks. Some people are not using, but Maven is have many benefit for that. Like first is like I want to run particular API. Okay, so like PO's API is Excel sheet. So I need to download this jar file and put this jar file in our Eclipse or whatever you are using or tool. Okay, where in external Java jar file I will store this file. Okay, same thing, but in Maven is only you need to use form file or a package of form file. Okay, in this form file we will mention dependencies. What are dependencies required? Suppose Selenium version has been changed, we just need to update our dependency, Selenium dependency in form file. Okay, so these are the benefit of Maven. TestNG, some people are using TestNG, but TestNG have a lot of benefit in automation testing framework. Lot of benefits, like is TestNG is a vast topic. If you understood TestNG, you can create any framework in automation. Like in TestNG, I want to give one short example. Like I want to run parallel test cases. I want to change browser setting. I want to change browser name. So I want to use listeners. Listeners is actually based on the you can say testing, like test case has been failed, test can pass, warning. So based on that, we can customize listener. And after class, before class, sometime suppose you can every method we need to open browser. So we don't need to write again and again this script. Only we will use the before method. After method means every method we will close the browser. That time we use a driver.quit is for after method. Okay, and extend report. Extend report is a really very you can say awesome report. Whenever you see in extend reports, these are all complete details. Like complete details, you can say task case steps, what input we are giving to application during runtime, why this task case has been failed. Each and every everything we can see in extend report. So we will explain this important point in week 5. And next is week 6. Okay, in week 6, now you are advanced, clear advanced level 2. Okay, now you become expert after week 6. Expert means you can develop your framework. When you complete this week 6 class, you can develop your framework. Okay, and you will become a software automation, Selenium automation tester. You can create any framework, you can create any scripts, any for any application, like for different technologies we are using, API testing, GUI testing, database, whatever. Okay, you can. In week 6 we discuss about page object model. Page object model means I want to give one example for that, like in bank. Okay, in bank, when you click on account section is a one page. You click on mutual funds, second insurance, third, and credit card, fifth. So these are the pages. So based on the pages we will create the page object model. Advanced Selenium framework design means we will use page factory. Okay, in this, when you when you means complete page object model, you can easily create a page factory for particular framework. Okay, it's for really GUI application. We will Selenium grid. Selenium grid means suppose you want to run your script same time for with different browser, with different non-different platform, then how you can use it. That time we will use Selenium grid. Jenkins, everyone know, for continuous integration Jenkins is required. Git is a repository. Okay, suppose like it is a very important part. Like when you complete your code, you need to store this code anywhere, in any locations where it will be. Uh, means I use the Git repository for that. And any suppose we are like 50% working on framework, so that time anyone can know who is update this library or this class. So Git will help us. Okay, live project framework. We will after this complete all this week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5 sessions. You will create live project. We will give the chance to work with live project. Okay, and you will create framework for live project. And interview preparations, when you are going to interview, so you can easily create any interview. After all this topic you completed and understood, then you can easily create any automation testing interview. Next. What is Selenium? Is a really very interesting question. Selenium is an open source browser-based test automation software. As I explained earlier, is open source tool. And Selenium is a robust set of suite of tools which support rapid development of test automation for web-based applications. Like robust means we can suppose I create framework in my application, my desktop or laptop. You can use in another location, another system, and easily you can use this framework. And we Selenium support many languages, programming language like Java, C Sharp, Python, Perl, Ruby, etc. to create Selenium test script. And Selenium support browser like IE, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, Mac, Google Chrome, and Opera. It's support all browser. So that's a really beneficial for GUI-based applications. Selenium support the operating system, like we can work Windows, Linux, and Mac. Okay, so this is a really very good property of Selenium. Selenium software is not just a single tool, but a suite of software, each piece covering catering to different testing needs of an organizations. Like when you complete the 6-week training, in 6-week training after you can understand that, like I have a large number automation, this is my application. I want to develop framework for this particular area for using the different part of language, like for Java, and sometimes use test ng. For that you can use JUnit. So these are different types of Selenium support. So this is a very beneficial Selenium, and so that's the reason actually Selenium using in world. Next, Selenium component. Actually, Selenium have 4 major components. First is the Selenium ID. In Selenium ID, actually you can say first Selenium when start Selenium. So Selenium integrated development environment is a full form of ID. Okay, so actually this is a Firefox extension. Okay, like in Chrome extension we have different plugin extensions. That's same ID we have. Is provide a record and playback functionality of test scripts. Okay, it's allow tester to export recorded scripts in many languages like HTML, Java, Ruby, RSpec. But you can just export script in Selenium RC or WebDriver also. But this is not robust and portable. This is the main you can say not beneficial ID. Selenium remote control. Actually, this Selenium remote control have 2 parts. Selenium RC server, like HTTP proxy of web request. That was the early, okay, and Selenium RC client, which library container programming language. Okay, so the Selenium RC is officially depreciated by Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so now it's a part of Selenium WebDriver. WebDriver is mostly you can say 95%, 99% using WebDriver. Okay, it's a faster, it's a very important component of Selenium. Programming interface, like we have a different type of language, Java, Python, Perl, C#. Suppose I know Python and Java, so I can work with WebDriver. Someone who know C#, then he can work with C#. Any other one no Ruby, can work with Ruby. Any other one Perl. So this is a really beneficial, very beneficial WebDriver. Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid, as I discussed earlier, actually I want to execute our scripts on different platforms. Okay, like you can see this Selenium suite. There's the 4 parts. Selenium RC is already merged with WebDriver. Selenium 2, Selenium 3, Selenium 4 is also launched. Okay, in Selenium Grid, you can see this. Okay, this is a hub. Hub is main all our script will be there. Okay, not like we have a different type nodes, like a laptop, desktop, one person is another location. Okay, so these are the different type node we will give in configuration. Okay, so Selenium Grid, you can see like here at this part, like WebDriver, okay, Mac, Mozilla. Okay, so different browser on different platform we can work. Like you can see, this is the Windows, this is the Mac. Okay, so these are the Selenium Grid benefit, and parallel execution we can done. This is the main advantage of Selenium Grid. Next. Okay, now over to Chavi. Chavi will explain the next thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Suren. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Suren, for such an informative session. Going further, I will explain you about how Selenium WebDriver works in a very simple way. Okay, so as Surendra has already told you that WebDriver is 99% everyone is using WebDriver. So so how it works? So I will tell you in a very simple way. Like when we go from one place to another, how we will communicate, how we will go from one place to another. There are different ways of going. You can go by walk, like manually you can go walk by walk. So that is considered as, suppose I'm telling you as a manual testing. So if you go by walk, it is like a manually we are going. Or we can use some tool to make our path easier and faster. So you can use a car or a bike, right? So here I am telling you taking the example of a car. Like suppose we take a taxi to travel. I'm take so I'm telling you in a very simple way that how the WebDriver works. So we as a passenger give the instructions that where we want to go and how you go there. So we are the passengers or the clients uh, for the taxi driver. So we will give the instructions to the taxi driver, and the taxi driver, what we will do, he will follow our instructions and do it accordingly, and give the instruction to the car, and car will act as per the driver instructions. So all these are interrelated. So this is the this is the non-technical way I have told you. So now the technical way of telling you is that similarly in Selenium WebDriver there are three parts. Test engineer, like what we give the who writes the automation code which send the request to the we send the request to the WebDriver component, which Surendra has already explained you, like IDE, RC. These are all the components. So the web, sorry, they all are admitting. Yeah. So the WebDriver component execute the request which are sent by the test engineer. Okay, so WebDriver who are executing the test request sent by the engineer, and it sends its own request to the browser, like the browser act as a car to execute the browser, like IE, all those are browser, IE, Chrome, Safari, those are the browser which drive their request, and that this is how we execute our test cases. Hope I am clear to everyone that how the WebDriver works, because it's the very important topic for us. So I have explained you in a very layman language that how the WebDriver works. When we go to our session, we will explain, we will discuss this in more detailed way. Okay, so these are all the roles of automation tester which your company may offer you. So it's good to have a good hands-on that how what are the roles you may offer by the companies. So you may offer like quality engineer, automation tester, QA engineer, Selenium automation analyst, senior test analyst, senior test engineer. So these are all the roles you may offer by the company. Going further, now who should choose the software testing as a career? One who is good in solving logical puzzles. Okay, so if you have interest in solving logical puzzles, this is the good career for you, and you must join this session and learn about the Selenium testing. And the other one is one who loves to help others. Personally, I love helping others, and I go out of my way, and also I am okay with that, to help others. So for me, this is my job. One who loves to take, one who loves to write the code, and also you can learn how to write the code, and believe me, it's not that difficult. One who loves to interact with people, because QA is all about interaction, and most importantly, you have to deliver a quality product. One who loves to give the quality products to the client, then it's good for the company also. And QA is meant for that. So giving a good product of the to the client and find as much defect as you can, so the final product will be as per the client. So yeah, that's all about me. Any questions if you have?
Okay, thank you, Shavi. Thank you, Surinder, for giving a good presentation. All I can say in a simple layman's language, if you speak English, if you think you're social in a way, you can connect to people, talk to them, have a little thick skin in asking right question. If you have a fire in the belly, if you want to make 100,000 plus, this is an opportunity. Okay, COVID-19 taught us one thing, that is, you can be in any part of the world and you can still be effective. So same way, many of these projects are remote. And, as I said, we are in a standby mode, standing with you, along with you, as and when you get into the project. If you have any questions, help, assistance, we are there for you. Okay. So thank you, Surinder, Shavi, for giving an overview. Again, the intent is not to scare you off. The intent is just to give you an overview enough that you understand. Everyone has a different understanding. Everyone has a different appetite. Those who have done some manual QA or some other QA will find it easy to understand vis-a-vis to somebody else whose this is the first time. So we'll take the questions first. Any questions you guys have? The team can ask the question, please.
Yeah, hi, this is Smita here. I would like to ask, like, if I do this course of Selenium testing, what are the chances of me getting good job opportunities, specifically when I do this course through Stratyges?
Phrase that question one more time.
This is Smita here. This question is for Chavi and Suren. What are the chances of getting job opportunities if I do the Selenium testing course through Stratyges?
Well, that's the whole intent.
Yeah.
Unlike 95% of the companies who are coming to rob you $500,000, $2,000 with a mediocrity and namesake training, which doesn't take you anywhere. Some of you, many of you must have already gone through that experience. Number one, you're not wasting any penny. Okay, our job is to get you a job. If you don't get a job, then that's not going to help you and help the America. So this course is all geared with one thing in mind, that is to make America great again and to make India great again. With so much of employment destructions and with so much of job loss, it is our humble effort to get you a job. Why you'll be successful here? Well, theory. Many of you have done theoretical course. What is lacking is practical experience. Because we have many projects pertaining to the statement of work and the remote project work, which we do for several of our clients, you really get a real-time opportunity to deep dive in the nitty-gritties of this practical experience. And that helps you to gain the confidence, to get the real-time experience, and also you could write your resume, right? So you are writing what you've done during your project work, and which is referenceable. I mean, on 3 of our project, you are giving those 3 project references, exactly what you have done and with whom you work for, which is going to help you to answer the vendor questions and also to clear the vendor interviews as well as the client interview. Because as I said, this is not theory, this is practical. And because it's practical, that should enable you to get a job. Because we have several of our own clients in-house, as well as we work with most of the tier 1 vendors, Indian global outsourcing partners who take these $1 million outsourcing projects. We align with them and we provide them the resources for contractual and full-time. All across the nation, we have our consultant working in, I think, 34 states so far. So the odds of we placing you is very easy, provided if you are in the USA. Just to give you that confidence. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Rayans. So my question is, so I have experience in manual testing and have no Java knowledge. So how difficult it is for me to learn Java and Selenium at the same time?
Let me tell you one thing, Raj, and again, Chavi and Surinder can add me. Nobody learns nothing in mother's womb. Okay, we are not born. Were you born with manual QA testing also? No, we learned.
No.
So we all learn. Okay, what is required is willingness to learn. It's always the first time. Like riding a bicycle, eating food, crawling, walking, marriage, being parenthood, right? So there's always a first time. Yes, there is a butterfly in the stomach. There is a lot of haziness. There is a lot of lack of clarity, and that's where we come in and we work with you, right? Our job is to make sure we make your life easy. We give you that helping hand, like many of you, right? Somebody hold when you were learning a bicycle. There was somebody, either your father, your uncle, your mom, or your friends, giving you support so that you won't fall off. And even if you did, they were there to pick you up and get you back in, right? Whether it's swimming or riding a bicycle or anything like that. So we are that support system, right? Because the reason being, as I said, it's a pledge, right? We seriously want to help people. Okay. I guess after 2 decades of living here, working here, and making money here, it did occur to us that you can't eat money for food. For food, we all have to eat a normal food. And the Maslow's need of hierarchy, you reach to a level where you want to give it back to the community, right? You want to bring that smile on people's face. So we take pride in saying, over the last 20, 30 years, we have helped over 5,500 people to secure them a job, over 1,200 green cards and all. So these are, we feel good about it, that because we are making a difference in people's life. So all we expect is, come with an open mind, come with a willingness to learn. The more the fire in the belly you have, let me put it in this way. The word impossible says, I am possible. Okay. So there is nothing impossible. All you need is support. And we are that who provides that support. Raj.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. So will I be getting the recording of this session?
Yes. If you have registered, you will be getting a recording, or else www.stratyges.com or else training@stratyges.com. Recording you will get. If you have any questions, when the tracks start starting, what is the timeline, the exact details, the HR will get in touch with you. For those who are seriously looking to kickstart their career, I will be happy to guide you through.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
This is Jay. My question is, so what is the use of framework in automation, and what are the types of frameworks which is used in automation testing?
Okay, Surinder, Chavi, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jay, actually, framework is a very important part for anywhere. Like suppose you want to deposit money in bank, then what you will do? First, you will enter in bank, you will get receipt from gate, and then you will enter your account number. After you will go some window and he will check your account number, and after that, he will give your, maybe if you are, they can check your ID and they can give money. Okay. So same thing, framework is a process. Okay. When we will go through any process, then it will very easy for us. Suppose I want to give one example for that. Suppose I create one script without using any framework and I run this script. It's okay. It will run because I have only 5 to 10 test cases. Now I have 50 test cases. You will manage, no issue. You can manage, write some script, use 18 hours work, and you can manage it. Now clients require 1,000 test case, 500 test case. Now what you will do? It is very difficult for you. So in this case, automation framework is a very important part. Like we already wrote the code for Excel sheet, we wrote the code from database. I can use many reusable script. I can use their log file is already there. So framework is the important part for each and everywhere. Okay, I just need to update a script. Rest thing is okay. So that's the use of automation framework in software testing. I think it's clear.
Yeah, clear. Thank you so much.
Hi, Nikita this side. I have a question like, is it necessary to learn Maven and Jenkins?
Yeah, Jenkins and Mavens both are important part of automation testing framework. Like nowadays you hear about the continuous integration, CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment. Okay, so like in Facebook is a real-time example you can see. There's a is any features is changing, they update their features, and at the same time you need to test this thing. Okay, now the client requirement is that you need to change your code, and based on that a testing should be happen, because earlier what happened is old SDLC, like in waterfall models, okay, V models, what were the first that client requirements comes after you code means developer write code, and the test after the tester will start testing. In this time, what happened, developer developed their code, he put their code in like a repository, git repository. Software tester also, automation tester also ready with your code, because when the developer deploy their code, the same time Jenkins will fetch this code from git repository and execute the script. Jenkins has the batches, and Maven is used for a build, create a build for the project. So that's the important part. Nowadays, everyone who wants to learn automation testing, you must have knowledge about Jenkins and Mavens.
Okay, thanks.
Hi,
Hello.
this is Shweta. My question is, do we get a remote opportunities in Selenium QA?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes. Please come again.
Do we get a remote opportunities in Selenium QA?
Yeah.
I will answer that question, Surinder.
Yeah, COVID,
Yeah. So because that's more operations and project based. Yes, COVID-19, right? What's your name, ma'am?
Yes, this is Shweta Somsetti.
Yeah, Shweta, COVID-19, even if you want to go to the client side, people won't take you in. Okay. So the way the contracts are written or the way the employments are given, everything is remote.
Okay.
Right. So that's a very good thing COVID-19 have taught us, because many managers has that blockage in their mind that, hey, I want everyone to be on site, without realizing the global outsourcing companies have thousands of people sitting 8,000, 10,000 miles away. So COVID-19 even clarified that haziness. So all our consultants, over 300 of our consultants, all of them are working remote.
Right.
They may have to go a few times in a month, but they kind of keep the social distancing and mask and everything and sanitizing and all. Those things have been properly precautioned for an hour or two. In especially DevOps engineers or networking guys, they may have to go. But otherwise, all our developers are working remote.
All right. Thank you, Dev.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Hi, I'm Shruti. I wanted to know, during this course, do we get experience of live projects?
Yes, Shruti, I already answered that question to you.
Yes.
Because we have several ongoing projects, statement of work. We work with many universities, the local businesses, and small mid-size enterprise clients. So at any given point of time, we have various projects going on. Okay, whether it's digital marketing, website design, development, application hosting, supporting. So for all these things, there is always a component of QA testing is required, and that's where the team, will be exposed to some of those projects, if not all of those projects. That helps you get a real-time experience.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Neil over here. I have some technical question, like what is the difference between WebDriver and Grid?
Yeah, sorry, what's the name? What's the name?
Neil.
Neil. Actually, Selenium WebDriver and Grid both are important part of automation testing. In when we are working for same application and same browser, that no issue. Okay, we can create our automation framework using Selenium WebDriver. Mostly using a Selenium WebDriver. Selenium Grid only use when we want our testing our application with different browser on different platforms. Different platform means Windows, Mac, or Linux. Okay, that time we will use on same time.
Okay.
Parallelly, we want to test our application. That time we will use Selenium Grid. That's the difference between both of them.
Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Rashmi. Will you help me in real-time projects if I am in the project and I need some help that time? Or do you charge any for that help, miss?
Well, this is our help to get you back in the employment. So these are all free courses which we are doing and giving you enough training and all. So for all small issues and for all, unless you're gonna call me all 40 hours a week, then then I don't know. But anytime you have, because you'll be part of the fraternity, it's a part of brotherhood, sisterhood. Whether it's a Telegram or WhatsApp, you'll be there. Along with you, you will have, as I said, only in Selenium. Even now, you were to see, we have what 50 when it's fluctuating. But even now, as I see on my screen, we have 50 people. So that shows how popular this track is. BA, QA, Scrum, and Selenium, we always get 40 to 60 people. And we always have at least 5 to 6 of these courses throughout the year. So that's what I'm saying. We at least train a couple of hundred people. And all of you are in the pool, Telegram pool. And that's where, you can scratch each other's back in a sense. Hey, can you help me? Some people will be smarter than you in terms of technology-wise, usage-wise. Some people will be average. So the average people can always ask for the people who are more experienced than them, and then try to collaborate and cohesively help each other. So it becomes a fraternity. So you will be added to those groups so that you get that help. Okay, so that's our hope. We work in a collaborative way, because those people who are experienced at some point of time, like Surendra or Chavi, they were also juniors. So we help them. Now they're helping it back, right? What we are trying to do, basically, we are simply giving you that helping hand. And it's our hope at some point of time, you will give that helping hand to the people. Because, end of the day, we want to help people, and we want to help people get a job. We don't expect Mr. Trump and Mr. Modi to come and help you personally. Okay, all we can do is we can help ourselves. And then some of you who can't help ourselves, that's where companies like Stratyges is walking that extra mile and trying to give that timely assistance, so that you manage your home, and each one of us manage our home. It becomes a great nation again, whether it's a USA or India or any country for that matter. So yes, we will be giving that help.
Thank you.
And I am Ravi Narayan. I'm the CEO and founder of the company. I just want to add this one is that we have I'm adding to Dev's answer that we have Google groups, Telegram groups for each technologies. Like for example, for Salesforce, we have a Google group, and we will add you to that, and people will like the trainees will add once it's a part of it. We will they will answer, or like they will add questions in that group, and then we will do the 24/7 365 support, and we'll do the hand holding anytime, and you can we will add you and we'll give the answers. And also we will, like if you have a problem, then we will do the Zoom session for 10-15 minutes, and we will help you out at any point of the time, actually. But like within few hours, we'll answer your questions, whether you are in India, whether you're in US, and anywhere, actually. So that is the level of support we go there, actually. It is unparalleled in any of the corporate world, actually, whether it is in US or India, actually.
Very good. We have a question by Kavya Bansal. Yes, Kavya, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Kavya Bansal, and I wanted to ask, what are the job prospects of manual testing over Selenium testing? So, like this briefing definitely looks interesting, but I was just curious.
What is your question?
Sir, I want to know that what are the job prospects of manual testing over Selenium testing?
Okay, good. I'll answer that to you in a simple layman's language. Okay. Back in the days when you were a small child or when your parents were young, they must have used a horse cart or a bullock cart. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you use that anymore? Or even if you use that anymore, do you use that for your daily usage or it was just for a ceremonial? It phased out, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You know, some of the older cars, maybe in India, Fiat, Ambassador, do we use it anymore?
No.
No. Okay. Don't we wanna buy latest and the greatest technology and the more advancements? Back in the days, your grandmother, your mother and all did not use mixie. They used to grind with their bare bone hands. Do you do that?
No.
No. You use automation, correct? You use the latest and the greatest tool.
Correct.
So does that answer your question? The automation is the future. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not saying is wrong, but there aren't many opportunities, and there is too much competition. There aren't many opportunities. It's no longer a growth area. It's been basically replaceable and getting replaced by the automation. Okay. And Selenium, why Selenium is one of the most popular tool in the industry. Hence. Okay. And then along with Selenium, if you want, again, we have been doing this for more than 2 decades. So we're more than happy to train you in some other tool, as in when you go on a project, you need any help. That's what we do for living. So we want to help. And some of you, guess what? You will be working on our projects. That's our only, I guess, solace. If at all you end up working on our projects, that's going to help us to do our projects also. But I want many of you to work for corporate America. That's where the real money is.
Yes, thank you.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
I am Maya Sharma.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask that how much may I earn if I choose Selenium as my entire career, like from now?
Okay, I don't know about your entire career. It's a technology, it keeps changing. But let's say if you were to train on Selenium, what's the kind of an wages you make? So it varies again. So please don't cast me in a stone with the answer. It all depends upon who the client is, how many layers or how many vendors are in between, what's the duration, what's the location, and what's the client's ability to pay. But I have seen people making anywhere between $50 to $90 per hour wages. It all also depends upon the kind of projects which they have done and the expertise level. So say if you're a rookie novice, you don't know nothing, I would say ballpark $50-$55 per hour, which translates into about 110,000 salary in the USA.
Hi, sir.
Maya, does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes. Hi, sir.
Go ahead,
Am
sir.
I audible? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Go ahead,
Yeah.
please.
Sudhir here. First of all, I'd like to thank you all and Strategies for giving us an opportunity. But my question is, what are the chances? See, I'm in India right now. After this course, what are the chances that I'll be landing up a job, or a project, in India or abroad or something?
Okay, that's a very good question. Primarily, this courses, the primary audience is in the USA because this is Make America Great Again campaign. We are trying to help, but as I said, some of you are in India. If you need the help, you can take the help also. Regarding job, again, most of the principals, me and Ravi, we are in the USA. Our company's primarily earnings are in the USA. Our client base is in USA. India is primarily our support arm. So you may work with us for our projects. So you may be an employee for us in India, or you may get a job in India also. But primarily, this trainings helps you find a job in the USA. If you are in the USA, if you are in India, this training will help you, should help you to get a job in India also. If you want to interact with our HR for the training, mentorship, how can I come to US or how can I work with Strategies in light of crunch time, I suggest you drop an email to training@strategies.com. Please provide your contact information. Please write down the questions properly so that team can get back to you and can guide you through their addressing your questions.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your answer.
You're welcome.
Hey there, sir. This is Saeed Amol. I just had a quick question. In fact, it is not a question, it is a concern that I have. Once I get certified, and then let's take an example that I get placed as well from you in a very good company. And then since we all know now, because of this COVID-19, we are all working virtually. All the IT companies, like their staff members are working virtually. So the concern in my mind is that once I hit the floor, I'm on the production, and then I start off with my daily duties, I'm damn sure that I'll get stuck into some stages, and then of course my first priority would be my company colleagues, no doubt in that. But in case in this situation, since we are all going to work from home remotely, it is little difficult to connect with people real-time basis. So would that be something that your people will be there to support, not taking it as granted for them, no doubt in that, but then will there be a support that will be provided from your people?
Yeah, I already answered that question. So for every technology track, as I mentioned to you, we have several technology track, and it's a fraternity, it's a brotherhood. So I repeat again, the technology tracks we have is, say, for example, cloud DevOps. So we have focus groups mainly meant for cloud DevOps, so the training, support, projects, everything happens to that fraternity. Similarly, for big data or Python data science or Java full stack microservices, MuleSoft, .NET full stack, robotics process automation, Selenium QA automation, business intelligence tools like Tableau, Salesforce administration development, BA QA Scrum, Project Manager BA Scrum, or Oracle NetSuite. These are the most popular tracks on which every year we train people and have projects. So once you train, you are automatically falling in that group. And you stay in that group if you need support. Eventually you will. Good thing about technology, mundane tasks, day in day out, you're doing the same thing. So it's just a matter of 6 months, 12 months, and you're up and running. So you will be part of those groups, and those people will help you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sai Kumar Karanam, please. Somebody raise their hand. No? Okay. And anyone has any other questions? Yes. Again, work in India.
Sai Kumar Karnam is there. Okay. Yeah. His volume is low.
Hello. I have a technical question. What is the role of XPath in Selenium?
Okay. We have Surinder or Chavi.
Hi. XPath is a very important role in automation testing. When we executing our automation task script, that time during runtime, During runtime, we need to identify elements. Okay, like I give the one of the example, we have a 10 people, then how will I identify number 6 people? Okay, so same things happen. For XPath is a very important part in automation testing. We can identify elements, use of XPath.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we have Manish Patel raising his hand. Manish Patel, go ahead, please.
Yes, thanks, Dev and Ravi and Chabi. So actually, I am in Chicago, and I have worked as a manual tester, and also I lead the team, automation team also. But I did not have a real experience using actually on the coding side in Selenium. I used the Selenium a couple of times, but did not have a real experience for coding. So thanks for this opportunity and helping out Sanatani brothers and sisters. I think that's really commanding, and I really appreciate for that. And I just wanted to say that thanks for doing all these things.
If you have a job, then Manishi, I mean, God bless you. This is again, as I said, every group we are in, WhatsApp or Telegram, we see 10-15% people have lost a job. People who were on a job 10, 15, 20, 30 years suddenly lost a job. Yesterday I was talking to someone without taking the name. The poor guy was on a job for 30 years, right? He joined as a mainframe programmer, then he worked as an AS400, and then he worked on mid-range. He's on AS400. Suddenly his job got displaced. Person has 5 more years, 6 more years before he could retire, and still, you know, depending upon the job, he thought he'll retire. His lifestyle is accordingly having $1 million house, having a Mercedes, kids goes to private school, wife is a homemaker, and suddenly your earning becomes zero. That hits you down mentally and everything, and sometimes people think as a taboo because that person never lost a job out of his 2 decades. So we are also providing that mentoring and giving that confidence building, and then we are training them into these tracks and helping them get a job. So yes, somebody has to do it. So it's us. And then what happens is we're also asking them, you know, if those people, then somebody can also hire them, because that's what we are trying to do primarily in IT. You know, many of us, as you know, 25 to 28% of the IT workforce is primarily Indian Americans. So if we could collaborate and if we could do, that will be great. People often keep wondering and wandering, meaning their life goes in thinking and without doing any actionable, meaningful action items. So somebody has to do it. So it's us. So whether it's a US, whether it's a Canada, whether it's in India, too much of an employment destruction, too much of you know, people are unemployed or are looking for a job. So because we have operations here, right? Because we have operations in these 3 geographies, we are walking that extra mile. Because what happens is sometimes even giving that helping hand and even that initial pep talk helps, right? Say for example, you're a manager. So if you see, we train this, you know, 40, 46, 47 people, and then some of these people, if there is a position in your company, I guess you may engage with them, provided they are good for the role. And if they are working for you at a very competitive price, because they're all going to be remote jobs. So again, you know, so we have a good network of people through different groups, and we do many other things for the community, and it's always interdependency, and is always you know, anikta mein ekta and cohesive synergy we are aiming for. So we look forward. If you need any help, please take it, Manishji, or if you could help after this track or our previous track, any of the people, that will be greatly appreciated also. Because many of the people, some of you might be working with Infosys, Wipro, TCS, Cognizant as a delivery, as a director, as a vice president, and now the budgets are opening up. How long can you just hiding in a hole, you know, and wondering? So because we all are here to make these bigger companies, especially they're billion-dollar companies, and they want to survive, sustain, and grow. And they need resources, and then it's a struggle and it's a hustle, and that's where, you know, sometimes their budget are small and the budgets are tight. Most of the Fortune 5,000 clients need job, but they are not releasing enough funds, right? So it becomes a catch-22 even for the bigger Infosys, Wipro, TCS, cognizant HCLs of the world that yes, I want to get the job done, but I need someone and my budget is so small. And that's where we are providing that extra helping hand, because we are giving these resources and see, when you're unemployed making zero, anything more than zero becomes a good income, correct? So whereas someone making $155 per hour may have a less flexibility vis-a-vis to someone making a minimum wage, and that minimum wage person gets a job. If that minimum wage person gets $40-50 also, that's like 4 times, 5 times money, and they will still perform more or less the same quality of $100-150. Reason being, that person has 50 people supporting him from the group. So anytime they need something, they can piggyback in, right? So that's what we are looking to do for our brothers and sisters.
Yes, yes. I think, I have seen so many people talk about it, but you guys are doing real groundwork, and this is really commanding. So really appreciate for your.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We have Sai Kumar Karanam is back. Yes, Sai. Sai, you have raised your hand. Okay. I don't want to delay this session more. We're already about an hour and a half in a session. Anybody has any other questions, you could put it in the chat if you want to. I'm just trying to see.
Umar Verma.
We have Geeta. She's saying, I have 2+ years experience in Selenium, but all job opportunities are 5 years, 6 years. See, again, Geeta, we will help you. You can work on our in-house project. You can work on several our projects. If you have other experience, which can be transferable as a business analyst, and then 2-3 years of Selenium, it's always about relationship, right? Nobody learns these things from mother's womb. So we have a relationship with all these big companies, and we give them the resources at a discounted price, of course. And they are willing to entertain those people. Okay, so we try to minimize the vicious cycle for many of you and provide the employment. So what I suggest you, Geeta, you may reach out to the HR, work with them. I think I've interacted with you before also, and they will guide you through. It's like how to beautify your resume. I mean, you being a woman, you know that already. So we ensure your resume gets the marketability. Resume writing is an art and science. So unless your resume has all the bells and the whistles and in a shape which is marketable, you will not be getting enough traction in terms of vendor calling and interviewing. So we'll help you for that journey. Okay. We also have Sitaram. Sitaram, if you have registered yourself, you will get a copy back. This is a free session. We have Vikas Bakshi. Which companies are using Selenium? Well, because there are 5,000 companies, I don't know all 5,000 companies, but 40-50% of them are using Selenium. Okay. I guess if you need a job, you just need one job. You don't need to worry about which of those 2,000 or 3,000 companies are using Selenium. Yes. So most of you need one job. Okay. So don't worry about too many things. What is size? What is the company? Which company? What company? Right? We will get you a job, and that job will help you get 100,000. If that's what you want, we are there to help you. Then Sudhir Nair. Okay, Sudhir, that's where the HR comes in the picture. The training track starts from second week of August, and then we will be giving you the schedule. It's a 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday practically becomes like a revision class for 2.5 hours. So it's a 3 days, different tracks. Again, you have heard me if you have sat through the session.
Yes, sir.
We have various training tracks running concurrently, parallelly, and there are different set of instructors doing different things. Okay, so these are all recorded sessions. So if you miss a particular track out of the 6 or 8 weeks, you can always go through the recording, and you will be in that group. So you can ask your fellow colleague, pat on his or her shoulder, and they will fill you in.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Will you help real-time project? Kumar Verma, help in that time. So as I said, this is free. You are in that group and the group will take care of it. Sometimes we'll take care of it. We do not ask any money from your pocket. It's our art of giving. So we help you for that. This is the answer for Kumar Verma. Lata, I have worked on QTP. How difficult? Lata, did you learn from your mother's womb the QTP? No, somebody helped you even doing that. Women in general are more adaptable for change in life. So I can assure you it's a good change, and this change helps you make more money also. Okay, so like you learn QTP or like you learn manual QA testing, you will learn Selenium also. In the interest of time, I'm just trying to see if anybody has any other question.
Vinay Bukale.
Yeah, actually, I had question, but then I just got the answer. When was the batches getting started? So that was already answered now. So
Lower your hand.
that's what I had. Yeah.
Okay, all of you may have a questions. You may be shy. You wanna ask you later on, and that's okay. What I suggest you on the screen, you will see training@stratyges.com. While registering, also, we have received some of your information if you have entered it accurately. So for those who have entered it accurately, we'll get a copy back of this training. For those who have not entered your information accurately, you will not get a copy, right? If you still need a copy, you will see the recording by logging into www.stratyges.com. It's our humble effort to help you get a job. And those who have a job, God bless them, we ask them to help. Primarily I see Indian Americans or Asians names here. So we ask them to help our fellow friends so that, it's an art of giving, right? Believe me, it's the happiness, there is no price tag to it. When you see the people who don't know S of Selenium today are making 100,000, and I see some of these people take a picture from their workplace, the person who cannot even spell Selenium. I've had those people too. They could not spell it, the word Selenium or any technology for that matter. When you see they're flourishing in their career, and sometimes they call me after 2-5 years, sir, I'm a lead now at Infosys or at Cognizant, sir. I have a budget of hiring 3 people. I want to hire it from you, right? So it's very empowering. I mean, that's not the intent. My intent is to help you, but then some of you have that gratitude and you remember that somebody helps you, right? In your difficult times. And then many of you or some of you will think of us as you grow. Because we have been doing this for, Ravi is ahead of me, 27, 28 years in this country. I'm 21 years in this country. So we sincerely want to help you. We sincerely want to see if some of you, all of you can get a job, primarily in corporate America. Until then, you can do a net practice on our in-house projects and then secure the employment. Okay, the screen is here. You can see. This is just an overview. We don't want to overkill you with the technology. We all learn. Okay, so it's the ability to learn new things. It's the wisdom to unlearn unwanted old things. And it's a fire in the belly to succeed. And if you can speak English, I guess most of us do, you should be all good. Okay, I think we'll wrap up this session, Ravi. Ravi, do you have any suggestions, comments?
No, not right now. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you all. Again, logging into stratyges.com. If you have anyone in your family, I mentioned the training tracks. If you need information on those training tracks, majority of these training tracks, you'll have a video and you'll have the flyer available. Please use it, please watch it. For all major skills, we have the track and then, take benefit from that. So I thank you all for joining in. Again, thanks Surinder and Chavi for investing your time, and all of you for attending it, and you all have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.